strictly says, because like if you're like if you have a game and you need voice actors or whatever, and you're in China, like everyone that works in China that is a voice actor or is a company that needs voice actors is already automatically under the Chinese government union, which specifically states that they cannot use their voice for AI. And it's even stricter in China. It's like, oh, if the AI has any if you make a random AI with like a voice, it's like it doesn't matter. But now if like the AI kind of has like the same speech pattern as a character in a game, has like a similar voice and shit like that, like you can't use it. And like it's weird because it's kind of like it's like a double strike. It's like a double strike for the voice actor, or at least for the AI, because it's like, oh, if the company uses like this, and this, like what I just said, like if they try to replicate it, like they can't. And then now and then the other one is, this is why like they're on strike, and at least here in America, is the other option, which is like, let's say like they hire you as a voice actor, but they fire you. They can essentially get a recording of your voice and feed it to the AI to kind of pseudo replicate your voice, and that doesn't fall under the breach of contract because they're not one for one using your voice. It's kind of like 1-to-1 plus an addition of training. So essentially they train the AI to pick up your speech pattern, to pick up how you talk, and so on and so forth. And that doesn't fall under AI because they're not like grabbing your voice well, they're not straight up just grabbing your voice and giving it to the robot. They're grabbing your voice and teaching the robot. So that's why America is on strike, because of we don't want you guys to teach the AIs to use our voice. But in China, you can't use the voice for AI at all. Even like trying to train an AI to mimic someone's voice is a breach of that voice actor's personality for that character, which means that that voice actor can sue. But the voice actor won't sue because it's, company versus single person. So they end up losing, which is why when you join the union, it's supposed to protect you against that and back you with resources. But joining the union is, from what I've seen so far and all the videos that I've seen, is not worth it. Because, guess how much it is to join a union in America?
How much?
3,000, and that's just the initiation fee.
3,000?
I'm pretty sure you've heard of the company SAG-AFTRA. SAG-AFTRA. AFTA?
No.
I don't know. Well, basically, SAG-AFTRA is a combination of two companies. It's SAG, SAG, which standard for like, well, AFTRA is for like, I'll tell you right now. But it was basically two companies that were both two different unions, and then they combined it into one to make it easier. Four Google reviews at 5 stars. Funny. Okay, so there was two organizations before called SAG and one called AFTRA. SAG standard for Screen Actors Guild, which was anyone on TV, or anyone that was an actor, like motion capture, stuff like that. It protected those people. AFTRA is the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. So, again, voice actors and stuff like that. So, yeah. So SAG-AFTRA is this big American company that is supposed to fight for the rights of these people. That, whatever. But the thing is, corporate greed. And when a company is led by greed, it goes into the shit. So here we go. Let me tell you why being in this SAG-AFTRA union is so bad. Number one, $3,000 initiation fee. That's just to get in. If they decline, you have to pay that again. That's number one. Number two, you have to pay around $200 a year, every year, to stay in the union after that.
That sounds stupid.
Then, you have to also give them 1.7% of all your earnings that year to stay also in the union. And then to top it all off, you can get health and benefits for free, but you have to make a certain amount of money to actually get those benefits. So if you want health, dental care, and all that other stuff, you have to make a minimum of $29,730. And that $29,730, well, okay, my bad. Oh, and by the way, this is after all the deductions. So the $3,000, the $200, and the 1.7% that they deduct from you, that's not included towards like your medical and like all your other shit.
Really?
Yeah, so then after all that deduction, you then have to earn $29,000 in your work line to get the health and medical benefits. And you want to know the percentage of how many people earn that much money in that company?
How much?
14% of them make that much money to apply for those benefits. So the other 84%, that's toxic.
I hate solo.
So the other 84% of the members in that union, by the way, over 100,000 of them,
My DPS suck. Oh my god.
yeah, they like over 100, like only 14% of the 100 and X amount of people don't apply, like just don't get medical benefits because they don't make that much money. So that's like, and trust me guys, I can't see shit. And it gets worse. You thought it was bad? It gets worse.
How bad does it get?
So there's another act that falls under kind of the same contract, but not really. So SAG-AFTRA, let's say you're not a part of the union. You're a non-union member. And let's say, you know, you get hired for a game that, you know, is a part of the union. For example, let's say GTA 6, because that game was strike already, so might as well use that as a perfect example. Oh my god, where did your health go? No reaction?
I got
Actually 0. Bro got 100 to 0, laser beamed, straight headshots. Anyways. So yeah. So let's say you are not a part of the union. And they hire you, let's say, to work on GTA 6 as a voice actor, right? And you know, obviously voice acting for a game and developing a game takes a lot of time. If you get hired by GTA 6 and you're a non-union member and it is a union game, you have a 30-day period, which means for 30 days you can work on the project.
Gone.
So for 30 days after they hire you, you can work on the game. And then once you hit that 31st day and you're working on a union game and you're a non-union member, you are then hit with a dilemma of two things. I'm gonna let you get out first. Your pussy is mine.
Maximum pulse.
Why did that always hit me?
That shit actually kind of big. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, I'm getting so mad because that's the second time he did that to me. Fucking weirdo.
Bro said decline ult.
There's still a chance to stop them. The final 10 seconds.
True.
My god, my invisible movement sucks ass, bro.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Damn, that's still hit.
Okay,
Nice. Okay, like I was saying. So yeah, you're a non-union member. You join on a union game, for example. Like GTA 6, right? You have 30 days to work on the project, right? After those 30 days, if you're a non-union member, you are then hit with a lovely dilemma of you must join the union or retire your spot in your job for that voice acting. And this can be extended to a maximum of 3 times, which means you can get 3 30-day periods without joining the union. But after that 91st day, you're basically forced to pay the $3,000 for the union. If you don't, well, then someone else, either from a non-union, either another non-union person can take your job, and then that person will probably be pressured into going into the union, or they find you and replace you with a union worker. So, either way, you're getting pretty much fucked over. So, now the problem why another reason why I stopped playing Genshin is the voice actors. The voice actors are, yes, they're SAG-AFTRA members, but like the thing is that, again, MiHoYo isn't a company that falls under those terms because their game is made in Japan or in China or in like any other place that isn't America. And this is affecting current people that work on American like ground most of the time. And then people are complaining, oh, but the people from Marvel Rivals, which I don't know where their NetEase, where their headquarters is. I know it's in
It's in China somewhere.
Singapore. There you go. So they were like, oh, but like fucking Marvel Rivals struck a deal with like SAG-AFTRA and like all their fucking voice actors. You're right, they are in Singapore, but you also have to realize that Marvel is based in the US.
You think you want to be today?
So if America owns Marvel and you made a game based on Marvel, that means you would have to get Marvel's permission first before you make the game. And it has to be approved by them. So then it's not Singapore America game, it's America gives a green light, Singapore goes, and since it's based off of Marvel and their like whole universe, and that's all in usually based in America because of what's his name? The man that died?
The man that died?
Yeah, he had gray hair. He was like the director of all the movies beforehand.
Oh. Steve something. Right?
Not Steve Jobs. I'm really hoping that's not what you were gonna say.
No. The Marvel creator, right?
Yes.
I'll tell you right now.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Stan Lee.
Stanley. Yeah, Stan.
I said Steve. You said Steve Jobs. Like what?
You said Steve. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
But
always.
yeah, but yeah, like, so Stanley kind of like brought up Marvel in America, which means like, you know, it's like saying I'm gonna make a Disney game without contacting Disney, and Disney is banned in America. Like, no, that's not fucking
No,
works.
that's not how it works. I
So
think that's
like,
how Kingdom Hearts as well, because it's made by Square Enix, but it's also Disney, so they have to get permission from Disney.
yeah, you have to get permission from the company that brought that like whole thing up to
Yeah.
begin with. For example, when perfect example, which is kind of funny, when a bigger fish wants to talk to smaller fish. The Minecraft movie, they've been like Hollywood has been talking to apparently to like well at the time was Notch, the the creator of Minecraft. They've always wanted to make a movie, but he wanted it to be very accurate to the I guess quote unquote lore of the game. But like that started in what 2012, and it just came out because it was kind of gonna come out in 2020, but COVID happened, so they delayed it, and a bunch of people retired their royalty. But that's when like bigger fish want smaller fish. But in this case, it's random company in Singapore wants to make a game based off a multi-million-dollar fucking like universe and company. So the roles are reversed. And then obviously, like, since that company is made in America, that's why like the Singapore like people over there had to strike a deal, because it's normally the country of origin, not the country where it's made. So yeah. So essentially, what happened was, people from Singapore struck a deal, whatever. Now there was a character in Genshin Impact. I'm pretty sure I showed you him at one point, or maybe you've seen it. His name is Kanich. He's
Yes,
green.
I
He
think
has
he-
like a little dude that like kind of floats. That he's like pixelated, and he tells like people to go jump off a fucking cliff and shit.
Yes.
Yes. So the guy that like voices him, like not the little floating dude, but Kanich, got replaced by someone that was in Japan, opposed to so the original voice actor was in America, got replaced by one in Japan, and like the guy said, like the original voice actor in America said, oh, I'm being replaced because like I'm on strike, and that's why I've been like mute for since like they're like, oh, since like version 5.5, or since version 5.2 to 5.5, my character's been mute because I've been on strike, whatever, this and that. So I'm gonna retire like the role because I'm still gonna be on strike, and I don't know how long this will last. So I've given my role to someone else, and like the two voice actors were doing great. Like they were, like they looked really like friendly over Twitter. Like they were. You're getting solo. So.
God. That's just.
I mean, you kind of jumped down into that one.
Yeah, because I tried to like. I was taking damage up there. That was point blank.
But yeah, so like this guy retires his role as one of the main characters for Genshin in like that version 5. So in that new area, Natlan. So then he retires his role. He's like, oh, like, don't feel bad about it, whatever, this and that. Like, hats off to like this guy named Jacob that he's now like part of like, or he now that he now, what do you call it? Now he now voice acts Kanich, and
I did not mean to
oh
get
my
him, bro.
god,
I was trying to get the fucking. This is why I don't.
I wish Loki had like the same. Oh, well, maybe
He does, but like I don't want to equip it because I'm in the middle of a match.
No, I'm saying like, well, yeah, Tiny Pookie's a crazy name. But yeah, so like they replaced the voice actor. They got this new voice actor, which sounds pretty similar to the guy that they had before. And like, let's be honest, no one gives a fuck who voice acts the characters 95% of the time. And this is like a big upcoming problem in the industry, which I will also explain later on. But yeah. So essentially he replaced this guy, this Japanese guy, basically replaced the English American voice actor, and now he does the voice acting for English, but he's from Japan. And in a way, he hits you with that. Okay, never mind. And essentially, like, what do you might call it? Insane. I don't even know how you cut that Moon Knight.
Double KO.
So like I was saying, essentially, like all the other voice actors from America. So like for example, like Kaimon's voice actor, like basically all the voice actors that actually work in America. By the way, this guy in Japan had no idea people were on strike in America because again, not his country, so he shouldn't give a shit about what happens in other countries other than his own. But essentially, everyone that was an American voice actor from America, or an English voice actor from America, were basically giving this guy that took his role, like, massive shit. They were like, oh, you're fucking, they're like, oh, dude, you're doing all that, like, just to, like, chase a bag, this and that. And he's like, and then, like, one of the voice actors that works on Genshin, which was super out of pocket for it, but she was like basically called out the new voice actor and was like, oh, like they were like, oh, don't worry guys, he's probably doing it for a lot less money, but it doesn't matter because his wife is the money maker of the family.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're voice acting for this company, and you're throwing out these like fucking like these, and you're throwing out these Twitter slap arounds to this fucking guy that has literally done nothing to you, that you know nothing about, by the way, and you're telling him, oh yeah, he's doing it probably for less money, and you know I basically background searched him and he's got like 3 kids and he's got a wife or whatever the fuck, and his wife makes all the money, so like of course he would pick up this job for less money. Oh, by the way, something I also forgot to mention now that I'm talking about money, non-union members actually make the same as union members.
Really?
Except they're stuck in the union, so they lose, you know, like a quarter of their money just by being in the union, because the union has to take $200 a year and 1.7% of all the money they make that year. Ain't that nice? And if that 1.7% of that money taken isn't up to, you know, 12,000 or whatever amount of money I said earlier, yeah, like I said, no benefits for you. Get fucked. When you can literally be a non-union member, get paid the same amount of money, and then get health care or health insurance for like I don't know, 10, 15 times cheaper than what they're fucking asking. Like, let's put some math together. Health and dental, right? Medicaid, medical care, and dental care. Let's say cost what? Maximum of like $2,000, right? Mm-hmm. Hypothetically. You're telling me if I join this union, I already had to pay $3K. I have to then pay $200 a year every year to stay in your union, and then on top of that, if I don't make, if my 1.7% of my money doesn't equivalent to at least $21,000 a year, I don't get health benefits. So why the fuck am I joining the union? It's so bad. It's like you pay to lose. And then if you leave the union, you're banned from it. You're literally exposed.
Exposure. Expulsion.
Yeah, you basically have expulsion. Or they can fine you, because that's a part of their contract. If you leave the union, they fine you.
Maybe they fine you.
They fine you for breaking contract. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's like, why join your fucking union? But people still fucking join a union because they're like, oh my god, I get all this money. But like, the problem is like, it's terrible. It's genuinely terrible. And you want to know how much money they make on applications alone?
How much?
100 million alone per year.
What?
That's not including the $200 a year that they get for the union members that are already on it, and the 1.7% that they take from all their members every year to see if they qualify for their benefits. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Double Rocket's kind of broken. Never mind, it got folded. Se fue, la vaca, move. So, bro shot to half with that. What the fuck? Hello. If he would stop, literally,
Wally.
if he didn't put a wall there, they all would attack so much faster, and you would have not wasted a second. But so yeah. So then, like, basically, like, this woman fully exposes this guy, this new voice actor, because, like, in the industry of voice acting, if you take someone else's job while they're in a strike,
It's kind of taboo.
It's kind of like considered like scab, which is
Yeah.
like, oh, you're taking someone else's job while they're under strike, when, like, you know, it's like, oh, it's unfair to them, whatever, this and that. But the thing is, like, the guy literally said, I myself will be most likely involved in the strike, and I will not be participating, and he literally said, I don't want to leave the players out of a character's, you know, personality, so on and so forth. Because, like,
The
gotta-
original voice actor said that, or the new one said that.
no, the original voice actor. The original voice actor says, oh, like, I don't want to, like, you know, put that burden down on anyone that, like, they can't play the game because, like, you know, their new, like, the character that they love so much is not getting any voice lines for, like, a super long time because it's on strike. So then he's like, I'm glad to announce that this guy is taking my place, because at least now you will have, like, you know, whatever this and that about him. And then he said, like, the old voice actor said, oh, like, he's doing a great job. I've heard some of his voice lines, and, like, this is something that I would approve of. And by the way, when you step down from your position of a voice actor, at least for, like, Mihoyo, they ask you first before they, you know, they ask you first before you leave. So it's not like Zenless, where they're like, oh, well, I mean, Zenless is a Mihoyo game, but, like, since Zenless is more new, it's easier to replace people.
Yeah.
Because, like, imagine telling, like, fucking Paimon, which is, like, literally the whole game, is like, oh yeah, we're firing you, we're getting a new voice actor. Like, you're telling me that new voice actor is gonna have to reread every single line from version 1 all the way to version 5.6 right now, or 5.7 that we're in? Fuck no. I don't want to do that shit. And if they do that shit, they better get paid mad bread. I mean, I just realized you're playing ranked.
Yeah.
I mean, yapping. Insane.
Do you like that teleport?
Yeah.
I got you, Rocket.
He's one shot. Let's go.
The moon haunts you. I am Groot. Your powers are mine. This is real firepower.
So yeah, like, this new voice actor and the old voice actor were, like, at what seemed like on great terms. And then, like, every voice actor that was a part of, like, English and North America was just shitting on this fucking guy for no reason. Like,
Yeah, no,
Paimon was
so-
shitting on him. Fucking, like, Hitching was shitting on him. He's like, oh, you're such a piece of shit for chasing a bag. And, like, at the end of the day, like, a bag is a bag, bro. Like, if the tables were turned, you know,
They
that's
would
a
turn
different.
blind eye off of it.
Yeah, like, because at the end of the day, like, if you know you're in a union and you're giving up, like, let's say, like, minimum of like $15,000 of your money, you're gonna need as much money as you need to quote unquote apply for those benefits. Because again, you're trying to hit like $20,000. Nice.
The current score
But yeah,
is
like,
3,
fuck.
2, 3.
So yeah, basically this random like Genshin voice actor was like, "Oh, dude, you're such a fucking scab, whatever. You're such a piece of shit." And then she was like, "But hey, it's okay, guys, because he took someone else's role that's in during the strike, even though the guy was literally okay because again,
Team to win this one.
Mihoyo is a non-union company, which means that the voice actor and management team literally work as one unit, opposed to having a middleman. So the Mihoyo literally had to contact this guy to ask him if he wants to like retire his role, which he said it's fine. So then, yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're chasing a fucking bag. You're probably doing it for less." Blah 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 blah.
Round 3.
And then like literally popped off on this fucking poor guy. It was like a week straight of just straight hail marries of just fucking hate on this poor fucking guy. And it's like, "Oh yeah, dude, like
Get ready.
you're getting this role and you're like a fucking scab for it and you're getting probably paid less and like I don't even understand why the fuck you're like doing this shit. Whatever, you're probably doing this shit for fame." And like, you know what, I don't understand because like clearly your wife makes like more of the money because like you have 3 kids and you're barely making any, like you don't have to put bro's fucking like social security number and his fucking credit card number out there, you know what I'm saying? Like your voice actors.
Did the voice actor that like put him on blast? What happened to their
Only 60
or them?
seconds left.
Oh, their account got suspended on Twitter. And
Really?
and funny, they were a part of the union, so it was most likely that the fact that the union called that person and said, "Hey, cut your Twitter account." It's super terrible. Like, it's super super bad. Damn, what a fucking steamroll this is. That's a Loki for you though. On a good comp at least. Really strong comp. You have La Mujer y el fucking.
I have a Hela team up. I love the Hela team up for Loki. Free revives or overhauls? It's insane. I'm just saying, if you play Loki, Ali, I'll play Hela.
How do you say diamond in Spanish? I forgot.
Diamond?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to say diamond in Spanish.
Get that vehicle to its destination.
Thank you, Emma Frost. I'll say I'm on point.
Diamante. Not playing.
Diamante is crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna laugh if it's actually that.
Switch it up.
Oh, it actually is.
Diamante? Really?
Diamante. Yeah. Or brillante. One of the two. But like, that's more of like right.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Yeah, it is diamante. Tienes mujer de diamante y tienes ¿cómo se llama eso?
This is real firepower! Behold! Your joys are mine! This is real firepower!
Demon mommy on me. to it, bitch. Oh my god. I know you're watching this to be like, how the fuck? I wish my team was play like this.
I wish my team played like this. Not my support, my team. I was about to get his ult up again. Crazy work.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
But
Like, the
Loki
thing
gets
is,
his
you
ult
have,
pretty
like-
fast.
And like the really good thing about this, when you like, you see, if you normally play like this, like you guys push objectives so fast because everyone's on point, essentially, or near point. I've only had like 2 moments like this. Just, I'm playing.
This is real firepower.
And your whole team died by Consual. Crazy.
It's fine. We pushed it really far, actually.
Super far. Yeah.
Time to switch
Um,
things up.
I forgot where I was on about.
About
Oh.
like the Twitter
Yeah.
getting banned.
So her Twitter account got like fucking shut down. They probably called her up and were like, oh yeah, like cut that shit, nigga.
All the difference.
And like the thing is now, since gacha is so it's such a big industry now. Before it was like kind of like a mobile thing, right? It was kind of like 2010 to like 2014, 2015, 2016ish mobile. And then once 2017 was like the beta for Genshin, 2018 is when the game fully released. It's like that's kind of what revolutionized gacha, because that was like the first game on console for gacha games. And then, you know, everything after that kind of just like snowballed. You have Tower of Fantasy, you have Zenless of Zero, you have Honkai, which is kind of made by like the same company, but like, you know, still gacha game. Tower of Fantasy, Wuthering Waves, like all these other gacha games that literally never existed, and the only reason they do exist now is because of Genshin being the stepping stone to it. So, like,
The battle starts in 5,
yeah.
4, 3,
And then people
1.
like, I don't know,
You
I
have to
don't
stop them from
fucking
securing the
understand it.
mission area.
Like the video I'm seeing, like I still have like 30 minutes left on that video, but like it is crazy. Like the amount of shit they gave this guy, and like.
What
like,
about
all
the
those other-
voice actor for Paimon? Like, did anything happen to her?
She's still voice acting for them, even though she's on strike. She's still voice acting, which can technically get her into legal trouble under her SAG-AFTRA contract because she is a union member. But like, that's only if the company pursues that. But they won't because her role is big. And my brain will lock in this conversation after this game ends, because like I'm
It's
too
good.
entertained.
You could
No,
you should
I'm too entertained by the game to even
Yeah,
think
man's
straight.
like, damn, I wish I could play like this at high levels. But like my
You see-
accuracy is pretty high though. 59 on Loki.
That's kind of crazy, especially on a projectile-based character. Oh, you can aim into Captain America, but you can't aim at your fucking Spider-Man right in front of you.
I'm dead.
It's okay. Co-op time.
I got res.
W.
I love that team up so much. Such an underrated team up.
And the crazy part is about that team up with what's her name?
With Hela.
With Hela is like, you're dead, and the enemy team thinks like, oh yeah, he's dead for another. Like the enemy team thinks like, oh yeah, he's dead for like 8 seconds plus his run back time, but you come back to life, you put all 3 clones, people are not gonna expect it. You get 2 kills for free.
Yeah, 44 assists by the way. Jesus Christ.
31k healing is ridiculous. Yo, your thing was Ghana bopping on 75k damage blocked. It's insane. Wait, no, that's your group. My bad.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
said
that's
the
why group
thing.
is broken. That's why group's broken. Okay.
Diamond 1 promotion, yay, yippee! You're ranked higher than 99.35% of the
I know
players.
it.
Everybody.